My name is Wendy, and I had a light bulb moment.
My name is KahLin, and I was feeling totally out of my depth.
I had been considering doing further Bible study and wondering which college would be the best to attend. And this particular day I was in Coorong bookshop and saw a whole lot of brochures, and some of them were for colleges. So I went over and picked them up, and I looked at one of them, Mary Andrews College, and it was like a light bulb moment. This light bulb switched on in my head, and it was like God was saying, I want you to go there. It was a warm feeling, and it was just an excited kind of feeling. And I thought, that's where God wants me to be. And so I came along to an open day.
I was feeling out of my depth because I had to look after a congregation of mainland Chinese workers and students. And there were individuals there who were struggling with depression, suicidal thoughts, someone who was in a domestic violence situation, and others who were facing marriage breakdowns or marriage problems. And I just didn't know what I could do to help them. So I turned to my friend and said, Sarah, what do I do? How do I learn how to help them? And she said, KahLin, you've got to go and do a pastoral care course at Mary Andrews College. So I thought, well, I can't possibly lose here. Went on the internet, looked it up, and realized, hey, I could register online. And so I did. That was a Wednesday. The course started on Friday. Talk about good timing, God's timing. And the best part is, and I no longer feel totally out of my depth. I think it's got to be archaeology. Well, it was, I have to tell you, archaeology, when you first started, is quite scary because the first few lectures I had, everything went over my head. But we have the best lecturer here. Her name is Dr. Karen Sawada. She's a world-renowned Egyptologist, and she loves her subject. She knows so much. We never finish on time because she's got so much to tell us.
Earlier this year, we went on a field trip to the Holy Land to study the actual archaeology sites. My goodness, it was so amazing. Being able to pick things up off the ground that were first century pieces of pottery, to see the magnificent buildings that they had constructed with just a hammer and chisel in some cases. Magnificent. We saw Peter's house, where Jesus spent a lot of his time. And we saw Megiddo and Petra. One of the favourites is by the Sea of Galilee. As the sun was setting, we were sitting down on the edge of the water and thinking about all the things that Jesus did on the Sea of Galilee. And it just felt like God was really there. We could feel his presence there.
I probably wouldn't have met you if I hadn't come to Mary Andrews College.
It would be highly unlikely, I would imagine.
Because you live on the Central Coast, and I live in inner city Sydney.
Yeah, and we've made so many close friends since being here too. I was amazed at that, to think that I could have friends here who cared about me, who we could share together, we could pray together and support each other.
And we have a lot of fun together.
We do, we certainly do.
Even when we're whinging at each other about assignments.
My name is Wendy.
My name is KahLin, and we are both Mary Andrews College students. How does that go?